Hey, Welsh Dragon Metals here. Today I'll be tearing down a 4-slice toaster. See what's inside. Should be some copper, nichrome wire and some other things. This is actually home to some snails. These will need to be rehomed. Look at them too, quite big. And there's one at the bottom. And there's one in there also. So we've got 4 snails in here, which I will need to rehouse after I remove this stuff. That's the nichrome wire, nickel chromium wire, which is quite rare due to its alloy nature, and that's quite valuable. There's also lots of steel in there, you can see that rusting. And this stuff is probably a zinc coated alloy, could be steel also. Nah, it's thin steel, I can feel it. There's copper inside of the cable, and inside of the fuse inside of here there'll be a little bit of silver. See that on the end of there? That's brass. So we've got brass plug-ins on there as well. So useful metal, quite valuable, brass, being an alloy of copper, which is going up in price right now. Only 2 screw holes on this. Don't think this will take much of a doing. There's a bizarre sort of hole there for a strange screw, but I'll just tear it to pieces anyway, like I usually do. Wouldn't be much of a tear down otherwise. Next to a massive hedge full of extremely loud sparrows right now. So forgive the noise. Also just took apart a microwave. With all the butt bits that you can see there. And there's the husk of the microwave, hollowed of all its guts. Yes, I know, vivid description. Tearing the thing to pieces. Got a little phone stand going for tearing this apart. Besides, these sparrows are extremely distracting and noisy. Loads of baby fluffy ones in there, don't know if you can see them. One there, see him moving about, a load of them. And then they all go quiet. Typical. Typical birdies. Try and get a good angle going there. Still got to get all these snails out of this thing. A lot of these screws are actually really chewed up. There's only 2 screws that I can see, and these 2 need a special screwdriver, which I do not have. So we'll need to break it physically. See some small circuit board in there. I need a bigger screwdriver. Where's my big one? There it is. Got some leverage going. See that repeatedly do this. Stuck in there. Trips off. Very, very hot. Quite strong, this. Not as strong as me. Just sort of disintegrated. Good. Don't see any screws on this end. Just sort of snapping out of place. There we go. Ooh, it's coming apart nicely. Look at that. some nice stuff in there. Circuit board. Good. Quite sharp metal. Snails seem to be undisturbed, remarkably. Need to cut them off, or just pry them off. It's connecting to the nichrome wire, which I need. Ooh, spider just escaped from there. He's running away towards me. Oh, I'll have to move the coat, or he'll end up inside of it. Lots of strange background sounds going on, apart from the birdies. Right, you have some copper relay material here. These tiny dots here actually contain silver. I'll show them in a minute. So I've completed tearing down this toaster. It's actually quite a wide one for 4 slices of toast, or one really big tiger loaf type thing. If you like that sort of whole bread, you'll have seen it. There's the silver connecting mechanism. You can see the tiny dots, highly worn, very small amounts. Hard to perceive due to its corroded state. It's extremely corroded. There's also brass and copper on there. Nice little circuit board. The snail's shell was empty. Fair enough. That's where the nichrome wire is contained. I still have to get the mains wire out, as that contains a good deal of copper and other materials of use to me. Sorry birdies, disturbing all these sparrows that live by here in this bush. I think they'd be used to me by now, but I guess not. The mains plug. Ooh, they've all gone all noisy again. Definitely disturbing them. Got some metal steel here, but I actually don't need that. What I am after is all the other materials of use to me in here. There's also a nice spring. I would like that spring if I could get it. Let's see if I can manipulate this metal some. The free mechanism. The spring is well on there. Ooh, some of these snails are indeed alive and gungy. I have to rehouse them. Luckily I am in a shed, so they will be perfectly homed. Snails, anyway. Where else do you find lots of snails but sheds? And apparently toasters. Tiny bit of metal here. Lots of good scrap material. Now, this is where the nichrome wire is contained, which I want, which is inside of this sort of thin fireproof panel. So I'm going to have to carefully tear off. There are crimps on each end. If I straighten them, I should be able to just pull the panel straight out. Well, I should be, anyway. Right. Indeed. As soon as I can, indeed do that. This side is sort of stuck in there. Oh, I got it. All good. There we go. Same on the other direction, and then I gotta work all the way through, collecting all the nichrome wire, which is useful for making things like firework detonators for repeated firework launches and rockets and things like that. I know that from chemistry and pyrotechnic days, making rockets, timing mechanisms and such. Chemistry. Well, more pyrotechnic chemistry, but still. Trouble getting that. There we go. And there's the nichrome wire underneath that sheath. Take that bit off. Just more sort of metal. See that wire there? This stuff is nickel chromium wire, or nichrome wire. Worth quite a bit, because as I said, you can use it for firework igniters and a variety of other uses. There's a lot there. So, high voltage wire. And there's quite a bit left in there which I have to get out. 1, 2 more layers, double-sided in the middle. So, nice teardown, very teardowny. And the snail is over there, the one that remained. And there's 2 more still in there, which I will rehouse if they're alive. Got lots of scrap metal here. There's the mains plug, the nichrome wire, and we also have a little circuit board with a good amount of solder on there, and a tactile switch that contains silver, a clicky switch. And on this side we have a film capacitor that can contain small amounts of tantalum. We have a germanium diode, that's that thing there, it's actually called a Zener diode. Transistor, a copper transformer. Also blocking diode and various resistors and capacitors containing small traces amounts of various metals. Here we have that relay connector switch for high voltage. This could be brass or most likely highly corroded copper on each of these tiny ends. You can see where the scorching is. So there's also some screws and various other components. Well, actually not too bad a teardown. We're in messy. Well, till the next teardown, where I will probably do some PlayStations.